Alright, what up you guys? What's happening? Today we are working on the V12 Miata. Got a couple of things done. I've been busy with a whole bunch of planning. That open space that you can kind of see that's over there is going to be filled soon. But anyways, today's a perfect winter's day to do this work. Let's just see how hot it is. It's like 69 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's check Celsius. 21. Not bad. Believe it or not, this is winter for us. Most of the time it's pretty decent weather, although we do have our cold days. But anyways, you guys, enough of that. So there's the oil cooler that I showed you guys previously, and today I'm going to be mounting it. Okay guys, so you'll probably notice there's quite a mess around the vehicle, and that's because I've actually got some stuff done today. Let me show you quickly. So I welded this headlight support surround piece onto this tube part, and I've done it on both sides. Probably get a quick look of that. And then pretty much the whole of yesterday I'd like kind of sat scratching my head, playing with this oil cooler, just trying to find a way of how I'm going to mount this with decent success. Like, I don't want to go and mount this with some crappy little brackets and kind of have it like a janky job. So as you can see, most of it, well, I feel like most of it's been done really nicely. So I want to mount this nicely as well. I was kind of playing with ideas of doing it like this, and then I phoned my dad. He said maybe I should try doing it vertically, so I played with the idea, and this seems like the best way to go and mount this would be vertically. So I feel like I'm going to be making good use of the vents, I guess you could say, in this bumper, although that fog light isn't really a vent, but I'm making use of it as a vent for the oil cooler. So you'll see once I'm done, as you look into that fog light hole, you will notice the oil cooler, and I'll probably do some sort of ducting to help pretty much push the air, since this is going to be kind of like leaning at an angle through the hole, not direct. So I'll be doing some sort of venting to help force the air through these fins and help get some cooling done. Okay, so sometime back in one of my videos I mentioned the importance of these vice grips. Now, for weekend warriors like myself, when we're doing this all by ourselves,
Yo soy el solo lobo.
El solo lobo.
sometimes you got to find creative ways on how to hold something without assistance. It's just you yourself in the garage trying to get things done. So let me show you how quick and easy it is now with the help of vice grips to get this bumper off, and the same goes for putting it on. See? That easy. Check this out, I just got this oil cooler mounted. Exactly as I said, I wanted it in this fog light, and I will do some sort of ducting. You can see, actually, you know what? Let me just take this bump off. So I'll admit that this took way longer than it was ever supposed to, but it's done, and it's done right, and I'm happy. And this sort of structure that I've made for this makes it really solid. So I've got it bolted down with riv nuts using stainless steel Allen cap bolts, which makes it really solid, which is awesome. And now with this sort of structure that I've made here, it's going to allow me to make a nice sort of ducting to force the air to come through by the fog light and up and pretty much through here. So you can imagine this is going to be blocked off, and then I will block off this and at the top as well, so that the air has absolutely no choice but to go through. Like that, we've got our oil filter now mounted. I like the fact that the oil cooler along with the filter is pretty much like housed in the same area, just because they are relating parts, and I think it makes this build seem like it was pretty well thought out, when in fact I'm really just going along and seeing what space is available once I've installed something. And that's pretty much how the rest of this build has gone up to date. I must say that this car is really giving off some race car vibes, just the way everything is set out. With this oil filter being right here, it makes serviceability that much better. The oil cooler looking sweet over there. I really like how all of this turned out. Now the next thing that I want to do is now that you can see I've got the bumper on, I've kind of been delaying this, but I gotta make that mount that goes across here where the bumper bolts onto, that this bumper can actually be supported without me having to constantly put the vice grips on, although it's super convenient. But that's something that needs to happen, and I think while I'm at it, because it has to get painted along with the engine bay, all that stuff still needs some body work. I will knock that out of the way, and then it brings us that closer to actually finally starting up this beast, because you would have seen in my previous videos that I want to pull the engine, do the engine bay, and when the engine goes in, that needs to be the last time that it's gonna come in and out. So I just want it to be a sort of thing where engine goes in, it stays, and then I can carry on with the rest of the build. Okay, well, I mean, that's a basic demo of how easy this thing goes on. I mean, it's not supposed to be a difficult thing, and it's definitely not something that goes on and off all the time. So maybe I'm just over-investing my joy into the fitment of this because it fits so well. Like I said, it kind of like it feels like it wants to pull itself onto the, these upright tubes. So I'm sure it's pretty sturdy as well, Well, I don't know if that's a good demonstration of how sturdy it is just by 2 pieces of tape. I mean, you can see it took quite a lot of force to push that off. It's probably an unnecessary demonstration, but anyways, you guys got to see that. I don't know if you guys could see how quickly they drilled, but this is what they call a turbo bit. Not because it's meant for turbo cars, but it just seems to work really quick. I'm going to try and get the most epic thumbnail for this video to see what I can come up with. It's kind of cool though, right? Honestly, the way I've rigged this thing is honestly dodgy. It looks like it's gonna let go at any moment and this thing's gonna come slamming down. It's almost like a reverse tongue. Okay, so just before I end today's video off, there's just 3 things that I want to address regarding this build. And wait, did I say dress or address? Okay, never mind. So the first thing is, you guys have been fighting with me in the comment section about going twin turbo. Most of you guys are saying no turbo on this glorious V12. So no, I will not be going twin turbo. I just made that video to show you guys how much space there is still available in this little Miata with this V12. So no turbo, or no turbo as of yet. Maybe in the near future, we'll see. First, want to get the car done actually. And then the second thing is, some of y'all be saying that this exhaust system is going to generate so much heat that it's going to heat soak the engine. So right now I can't say if it is or if it isn't, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And then the third thing is, some of you are saying that it's going to be a big mission to work on the auxiliary side of this with the belts and the water pumps and whatnot. So I'm going to bring the camera closer once again and show you guys, for all of you new viewers, that there is still so much space there, and that I don't believe it's going to be difficult. And I'll just show you, I'll put my hand in places to show you how much space there still is. Right, so I definitely always plan ahead and bet on things going wrong and how I'm going to fix them. So the way I designed this exhaust system, it is fully removable. Here's a whole bunch of slip joints where this collector goes in, and each of these runners can be removed individually. And then if I didn't want to remove this exhaust system, then I'm just going to show you like there's really not an issue in getting anything there. You know, there's still so much space between everything. So I don't know what you guys are really complaining about. I mean, yeah, there's all the space in the world to reach everything. So maybe what would be an issue is the heat coming off here onto this belt. But I mean, you know, this thing's moving, there's air flowing through here, and you guys forget that air does kind of form an insulator. So I don't know, we'll see guys. I can't really say right now, and I can't speak on behalf of what's going to happen in the future, but I feel like I planned this thing out really well.